what's up guys, and welcome to Xbox On. It's Easter, everyone's been stuffing their faces with chocolate. But you know what, right? The most important thing about Easter is the Easter eggs in video games.
Definitely. So here are 10 of our favourite Easter eggs in games, so let's check them out.
Halo is another series with a love of daft hidden jokes. When you're exploring Meridian Station in the 4th mission, you'll find this vending machine on the far side of the town. Interact with the machine and nothing appears to happen. Do it 10 times and you'll spawn a giant football and hear Buck mention his love for the sport.
Used to play a fair bit of football in my day.
Bring it on, old man.
Now, kicking a giant shiny football around town is a good reward in itself, but this Easter egg has a second stage to it. Just around the corner from the main exit, you'll find a concrete barrier next to 2 lines of plastic cones. Now, if you think it looks a bit like a makeshift goal, you'd be right. Booting the ball around to the goal isn't as easy as you'd think, as your leg is kind of coated in strength-boosting power armor after all. But if you manage to get the ball between the cones, you'll score a goal. But of course, Agent Locke won't let you spend too much celebrating.
Goal! That's a goal, Osiris.
Now, you probably wouldn't pair the survival horror fest Dying Light up with the cheery and bright world of Mario, but sometimes opposites attract, and that's definitely the case in this Easter egg. Intrigued? You should be. To make this mashup of zombie terror and childhood come together, you'll need to head over to Old Town, and then wander over to the southwest corner of the map to a building in an L shape. Once there, get to the top of the building and locate the green pipe sticking out of the chimney. Look familiar? Activate the pipe and you'll find yourself in a 3D recreation of the first stage in Super Mario Bros. You'll have to jump up blocks, bump your head against bricks. Hell, there's even tiny zombies in a mushroom costume. They're almost too adorable to crush underfoot. It's such a nerdy recreation that there's even a hidden item block. Headbutt the invisible block and you can jump on top to find a blueprint for your very own wingsuit. Feels to me like someone is trying to pitch to make the next Mario game. I wonder if all the bloody decapitations might hurt their chances somehow.
Doom has been hiding awesome Easter eggs since before I was born, and that sound you're hearing is our aging producer Matt weeping at that very fact. But Doom's incredible 2016 reboot continues the ancient tradition with a cool discovery in the Lazarus Labs level. Once you've reached Olivia Pierce's office, you just need to find this computer in the corner of the room and press interact. It'll begin a game of Doom Deconstruction, a jokey take on match 3 tile puzzles like Candy Crush, where you switch around sprites from the original Doom to match rows and columns of 3 characters to remove them from the board. As nerdy as it is to admit it, but setting off a massive chain reaction is as satisfying as performing the main game's glory kills. Considering how incredibly intense the main action is, it's really nice to unwind with a little puzzle break. There's even a leaderboard for you to climb. I think that saving the world can wait for an hour or 2. Don't you?
The next Easter egg proves that there are some pretty hardcore Doctor Who fans on the Witcher 3 team. When Geralt explores the cemetery in Lindenvale, you'll come across these statues of lovely angels. Don't be fooled by their looks. Step inside the chapel and when you exit, they'll have mysteriously shifted positions, just like the infamous weeping angels in Doctor Who. They're one of the creepier enemies in the TV show. Well, as creepy as you can be at 6 PM on a Saturday night, and they make for a creepy cameo here. Every time you turn your back, they'll shift a little bit, until they just vanish altogether. Of course, with all the monsters he meets, Geralt isn't bothered at all. Does anyone mind if we sleep with the lights on this evening? Cheers.
Far Cry 4's Easter egg is as big and ballsy as its main bad guy, Penguin Min, as right at the start of the game, the well-dressed Min captures you and brings you to his mansion. The meal doesn't go particularly well, as it ends up with your trusted guide getting dragged off to a torture chamber, but as Min leaves the table, he asks you to wait around and enjoy the food. Of course, you're meant to use this as a chance to escape. You run out of his house and into a huge gun battle where the game properly begins, or you could follow your host's instructions and simply wait for him to come back. Yep, if you simply wait by the dinner table for around 10 minutes, Min will eventually return and trigger a hidden ending to the game. He'll fly you out to a shrine where you can deliver your mother's ashes, but in this version of events, you never go to war with Min. You appear to be pretty good friends actually. It's actually so much easier than having to climb all those bell towers and hunt all the animals to improve your equipment. Sure, you end up being best mates with a total psychopath, but sometimes you just want an easier life, right?
Now, if you're looking for Alan Wake related Easter eggs, which is an unusual and niche request, but I'm not one to judge, then your best place to head to is Quantum Break. It's full of nods to Remedy's previous games, but our favourite has to be a nod towards Alan Wake's show within a game, Night Springs. If you're unfamiliar with it, Night Springs is a mix of Twin Peaks and The Twilight Zone that you could find playing on in-game TVs. It's best known for the comedy dubbing over the top, and it was over the top.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
When exploring the warehouses in Act 4, Chapter 1, you can find a TV that plays faked Audition content for Night Springs. If you thought the final product was hammy, you ain't seen nothing yet. There's enough ham here to stock a delicatessen.
All ponies are made of butter in Night Springs.
Some of these performances are so bad that you hope for Quantum Break's time stutters to kick in and reverse the whole experience. But no, you have to live with the memories. It's bizarre stuff like this that makes Remedy one of a kind. Their next game can't come soon enough.
Fallout 4 has loads of winks towards TV shows and films, but none are quite as clever as this reference to the sitcom Cheers. That show was set in a bar in Boston, and if you go to its location in Fallout 4's version of the city, you can see how the cast got on with the nuclear blast. The bar is laid out exactly like the set, with characters sitting where they would be found in the actual show. There's the bones of Sam and Diane behind the bar, and the remains of Cliff the postman in his usual seat. In a further nod to the series, if you go into Sam's office, you can find some baseball grenades on his desk. In the show, Ted Sampson played an ex-baseball player, so it makes total sense. It's an amazing love letter to one of Boston's most famous landmarks, but make sure to check it out on your next visit.
You may think episode 2 of Hitman is just about slinking around the beautiful sun-drenched Amalfi coast and murdering a whole bunch of people in inventive ways, but there also lies some pretty nifty Easter eggs, from a friendly plumber dressed in red called Mario to a guy playing Hitman Sniper Challenge on his PC. But our favourite Easter egg hides pretty deep down, like under the water deep down. If you're looking to take your Hitman killing ways up a notch, then why not consider summoning the Kraken to do your evil bidding and murder a bunch of poor people on a boat? Works a charm. They get sleeping darts and explosives. Gigantic tentacles are all the rage when it comes to the art of murder these days. To call upon your watery pal is pretty simple. Firstly, make sure you've got yourself a sniper rifle, then head over to the ancient ruins by Silvio's house. Once you're there, you'll see a happy little boat. Time to totally ruin their day. Once you're primed with your gun, it's a case of shooting 4 little bells that are positioned as follows on the boat. It's fiddly and may require a few attempts, but it's totally worth it for the reward. Just sit back and watch the destruction unfold. Ah, isn't nature beautiful?
Gears of War has always been one of the undisputed kings of the Easter egg, hiding all manner of bizarre in-jokes and surprises throughout the series. Gears of War 4 delivers one of the series' best secrets in Act 2, Chapter 2. As you blow massive holes in Marcus's estate, you'll come to a firefight in a greenhouse. The room is home to a number of tomato plants, the leftovers from Dom's own vegetable patch. They obviously mean a huge amount to Phoenix, who gets very, very cross when stray bullets hit the plants.
Shit, they're gonna mess up my fucking tomatoes!
Go out of your way to shoot every tomato plant, including the ones hidden on top of the shelves down the side, and you get this awesome surprise.
Those are Dom's goddamn seeds, for Christ's sakes! I'm never gonna have a fucking good sauce again!
Yes, Marcus is not happy about you ruining the last of Dom's crop. How else is he going to make tomato sauce? But his anger is worth it for the reward you get, a handful of special tomato grenades. These work like the traditional frag grenade, but splash enemies in a red splat of tomato juice. Hey, at least they get one of their 5 a day as you send them screaming to the grave.
At the start of Metal Gear Solid 5, you're asked to enter your date of birth. It isn't just Konami trying to collect secret information on you, at least we don't think it is, but part of one of the greatest Easter eggs of all time. Play the game on your birthday, or the date you typed in if you were too lazy to give the real thing, and you'll receive an urgent message to return to Mother Base. Hearing gunfire, you're ready for the worst. Have the skulls come and murdered everyone? Has Miller accidentally fallen into the sea? Maybe D-Dog has eaten Big Boss's favourite pair of slippers? No, the answer is far jollier. It's your birthday, and everyone wants to celebrate. Because even mercenaries with giant ocean hideouts and pieces of metal sticking out of their head deserve to have a fun day once in a while. I can't get enough of the ridiculous song and the lovely cake the team have baked for you. There's even the promise of a cigar until it's snatched away for medical reasons. In a game full of misery, pain, and amputation, it's great to have one moment where things seem like they're going to be alright. Happy birthday, boss. You deserve it.
So there we have it, 10 awesome Easter eggs. I'm still kind of disappointed that we didn't include the Megalodon. Because you know, for me, right, the Megalodon is the most Eastery of creatures. Forget chickens, forget bunnies, it's all about that giant shark.
No, Benny.
Yes, it is. Anyway, right, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos. And also let us know in the comments what your favourite Easter eggs are and if you agree with me about the Megalodon.
Yeah, okay. Also make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video and check out last week's list show whilst you're at it. We'll see you next time.
Bye.